Hi everybody, it's Alicia. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at She Reads Truth Bible. I got this Bible on Amazon. It's half price, $24.99. It did have a coupon for $6.33 off, which I thought was a really awesome deal. Right now I took a look at it and I don't see the coupon anymore, but it is still 50% off. So I don't know what it'll be, once this video goes up. But I saw it online and I've seen it around, so I kind of wanted to see what it was all about. Before we get into it a little bit, this is basically a devotional Bible. This is the Christian Standard CSB translation. This has a wide margins for note-taking, and we'll take a look at that. And it has a lot of additional features with it. I was a little bit worried about the typeface font because it is an 8.5 and I do like a larger, but I did open it up and it seems like it looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and open it up. I think this was the rose colored that I got. They have all kinds of different ones. They have ones that have like a fabric over board, which I'm not too fond of. They had one like this, but it was like more of a brown color. So, different ones. They have a lot more expensive ones. There's a blue one. Lots of different kinds that you can look up. I heard that they're coming out with a brand new one. I did look that one up, but it is extremely expensive. I think it was over $100. So I'm more into, because I have so many different Bibles, if I can get them for a really good price. That's what I'm looking for. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to come down a little bit. So this is the She Reads Truth, and this is by Rachel Myers and Amanda Bible Williams. And so they are the editors of this. If you look up their names, you'll find a bunch of information. As I said, it was the CSB version. Mostly what I use is the ESV and the NLT. This tells you the table of contents, the books of the Bible. It tells you how to read the Bible. I will move this over a little bit so we can get a little bit of a better view of everything. It talks about the gospel, goes to the Old Testament. Now the nice thing about this is that it gives you a lot of timelines. So that's one of the really nice features of this, is that it does provide you with timelines, and as you walk through other chapters of the Bible, you'll see that it does have a lot of really neat timelines. The other thing I really liked about this was it has a go deeper section. And if you look at Genesis, like week 1 through 3, you'll see it says going deeper, John 1:1-5, and Romans 16:20. So I really like that. I like that it gives you a going deeper section. If you're going to go in to do your Bible study, you could say, okay, I'm going to, study Genesis 1 through 3. And then you can start to look a little bit more at some of these other ones. Now, this is not a study Bible. So I just want to be clear, this is not a study Bible. This is a devotional Bible. Again, I use an ESV Bible for my studying. I also have an NLT Bible for studying. And then also you have the wide margins. So you have a little bit of a margin here where you can write in for note taking. And again, they have timelines. There's some maps in here and things like that. So right here is the section talks about lies, sin, and deflated balloons. And you can see it's got different passages on there, and it talks about that. So I really like that. You can look at those types of things. Let's go over here. Okay, so here we have a map, and this shows you the route of the Exodus. So I love that it has that. Again, it gives you more of a historical view and a backstory. Again, it has the going deeper. Gets into the Bible, and again you have margins on both sides. They're not huge, but they're big enough to make notes. You could always add pages if you wanted to add pages into this. So let me go a little bit further in. You also do have, I think there's 2 of these. So here's one ribbon. There's another ribbon here. Actually took us to the birth of Jesus. So, just getting into the New Testament a little bit. I just saw some pages here. Here's a really nice map. This is Paul's missionary journey. I've never seen these kind of maps where it's showing you journeys and things like that, which is really cool because you can go back and think about all the things that you've read about where Paul went and what he did during those times. And here you have a map of that, which I think is awesome. I'm really loving this Bible so far. I mean, I've just literally got it today, and so far everything I see is just gorgeous. I just love the way it's set up. So again, you have your getting deeper. It talks about first string, and it talks about Acts and Matthew here. And you could see the type. I'll go a little bit closer here just to get a good idea of what the type looks like. So it's not bad. It's 8.5, but I can clearly read it. So I really like that. I really like that a lot. Okay, so let's just move on. Just want to see if there's anything else. Okay, so here you can see a really nice page. So they're basically giving you some art to look at. I don't see like a ton of that, but again, I didn't look through the entire Bible. Again, another map here. They have the book introductions. We talked about the charts, the maps. This is more about studying, not having like a study Bible, but more of like a focus on encouraging your personal reading and reflection, which I really like. I don't really have a Bible like that. So when I saw this one and I've seen it around, I thought, you know, this really looks amazing. So here, look to Jesus. Now let's see what else we have here. Run with endurance. We have some more artwork here coming up here. Very nice. And you could add pages in here, right, to write different things on. Again, here is your background. So if you look at James, it's on the timeline, background, message and purpose. Give thanks for the book of James. So that's really cool. Here is echoes of Jesus in James. So this is really neat. So this talks about Sermon on the Mount in Matthew. Jesus is teaching. And then it tells you in James where that's at. I love charts. My study Bible has the charts in it, and they are awesome. You can go in, it'll give you a chart of all the plagues that God put onto Egypt, and it's really great. It's a great way to look at something. Read and understand James. Again, a going deeper section there. Rejoice in suffering. This is a great one. Great one to study about suffering. And again, when we get into 1 Peter, you're going to have, I go back one page. Again, beautiful artwork. What's Peter about? And basically another timeline, etc. So I really, really like this Bible. I think it has a lot to offer. Again, if you're looking for a study Bible, this is not the Bible for you. This is definitely used for you to have a personal experience and be connected to the Word in that way. So if we look at this in Jude, now and forever, if you're looking and you read, you know, through this piece here, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just to give you an idea. Do you ever wonder if we live in the worst time in history? In the 21st century, evil certainly runs rampant. Slavery, genocide, hate crimes, devaluing of human life. Jesus warned us that as the time drew near for him to come again, morality would unravel. And so as you're going through this, it's just such a personal time with Jesus the Lord, to reflect back on those types of things. And I think that that's what that helps you to do. In the back, it looks like it's got some table of weights and measures, some additional maps. I love the maps. You've got your concordance. There's also a reading plan. So I'm kind of going at this backwards, I guess. Here's a genre guide. So tells you the different genres in the New Testament and the Old Testament. And then here you have your Bible in a year. Well, here's the Apostles' Creed. That's really cool. Right, and then the other section is key verses. So this gives you key verses for each of the different books. And then it also has what they are on the side. So whether it's historical, wisdom, poetry, etc. It has all that for the Old and the New Testament, which is really cool. So that is the Bible. I think it's really nice. It's well made. This is what it looks like on the spine. So really cool. So I am very happy with this. I will be using this Bible and enjoying it. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I hope that this helped you if you were looking for a devotional Bible. Thanks for spending the time with me today. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me. Thanks.